And the best thing about an Etch A Sketch is you just give it a quick shake, and just like that it's gone. So you don't need to feel sad about your shit drawings anymore. They no longer exist. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I've got an extra video up this week because I thought I would challenge myself to draw some random objects with an Etch A Sketch. This is bringing back so many memories just holding this. I used to have one of these when I was a kid and I was absolutely awful at it. And I don't think I knew a single person who could use one properly or draw anything nice with it. So this is definitely going to be a challenge. I don't actually know why I'm challenging myself to draw something with an Etch A Sketch when I can't draw anything with just a regular pencil. But you know, it's going to be interesting, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be very difficult. I know it is. I've also got a bowl of random things that I'm going to be picking out of. And I'm not going to lie, I've kept it a little bit simple because otherwise just wouldn't happen, would it? Anyway, let's start this Etch A Sketch drawing challenge. Alright, let's find out the first thing that I'm going to be drawing. A train. The thing is, I don't know whether you watched the video I did where I created a pride blanket and I tried to draw a train for Norway, I think it was. And that was with a regular pen and it looked absolutely horrific. Okay, well, a train it is. No, wrong way. No, wrong way. Okay, there we go. So that's one train carriage. The problem is with an Etch A Sketch as well is you can't, it's just one continuous line, isn't it? Try and connect this carriage to another one. Okay, so I've made a start. There's my 3 carriages for my train. Now I need to add detail and a train track, I think. It's gonna have to be connected because I can't get rid of that line, can I? Okay, I don't think that's looking too bad actually. I'm quite surprised. I need to add wheels though, and they're circular, so that's gonna be more difficult. Because then you have to operate the 2 knobs at the same time. You know for a fact there'll be some people out there who are just absolutely amazing at Etch A Sketch and can just do some crazy amazing drawings, and those people are heroes. That's my attempt at wheels, but you have no idea how difficult it is to draw a circle on an Etch A Sketch. It's almost impossible. I don't think it is possible actually. It's so hot in the studio too, I'm melting. Okay, so I think I just want to add some windows onto this train to make it look a little bit more like a train and to give it a bit of detail. That's the best I can do for a train driver. I just couldn't control it. I forgot which way is left, which way is right, which way is up, which way is down. So my train driver turned into a bit of a blob. I think an Etch A Sketch is quite nice for just straight lines. Some windows on the other carriages, and then I think I'm gonna call this one a day. So here's my train, and it actually doesn't look too bad. I think it's alright for my first attempt. Strangely enough, I think it looks better than the train I drew with just regular pens, so that's quite upsetting. The train driver, on the other hand, just looks like a map of the UK. It doesn't look like a person at all. But that was just a little warm-up, that was just a little practice. The next one, it's going to be better. I'm getting into the swing of things. Okay, let's find out what I'm going to be drawing next. A birthday cake. Okay, I don't think this one should be too hard. A birthday cake. It should be easier than the train. I hope so anyway. See how this goes. I'm just gonna do a 1-tier birthday cake. I'm not feeling fancy. I don't want to overcomplicate things for myself. So there's the basic square shape of the cake. I want to add some candles. Alright, that kind of looks like a candle. Ish. The problem is you get confused. I can never remember what's left, what's right, and using them both at the same time is basically impossible. I feel like I can only draw a straight line or that kind of shape, that blob. I can't draw circles, I can't draw like a flame, it's just lines or blobs. I was going to attempt to write happy birthday on this, but I don't think I want to. The power's gone off in the house. I knew this was going to happen, by the way. We've had a lot of issues with the power at the moment. And it's come back on. It's thrown us off. That power trip threw us off. That candle was looking alright to begin with. Yeah, the power trip's definitely distracted us on this candle. How do we know this is a cake though? Do I need to add some more detail? I'm going to add a layer of jam. It's going to be a very angular layer of jam because I just can't do swerves. But it'll be a two-tiered cake now. Right. I think that's my birthday cake. I don't think I've done that bad of a job. The candles seem to get progressively worse somehow, which you would think they would get progressively better, but apparently not. But anyway, let's move on to another drawing. Okay, what we're gonna get this time? Oh, it's a long one. Oh no. A pair of shoes. The thing is, when I wrote these random objects, I hadn't actually got the Etch A Sketch yet, so I forgot how difficult the Etch A Sketch is to draw with. So I thought I was going to be able to draw a pair of shoes with it, and that's not going to happen, is it? Alright. This farm. I swear to God, this farm. Can I come and live with one of yous, please? Like, seriously. I can't get any work done. Well, I'll have to wait for the power to come on, and then we can attempt to draw some shoes. This power issue's been going on for a good couple of months now, and I'm getting pretty fed up with it. I would love to move out into a normal house, but house prices are going up and wages are coming down. So the chance of me getting my own home is becoming smaller and smaller as the years go on. But that's fine, I'll just have a little mini breakdown off camera. I'll see what's going on, and I'll meet you back in a second, and we can draw some shoes. Okay, the power's back on. Don't know how long it's going to last, so let's try and draw some shoes before the power goes off again. I'm going to have to be quite circular with this, aren't I? Why did I write pair of shoes? Why didn't I just write a shoe? Oh, I'm off to a really bad start. It doesn't look like a shoe at all, does it? This is looking absolutely horrific. I don't think I can do shoes, I really don't. I've drawn a shoe, but the shoe doesn't look like a shoe at all. I'm just gonna have to write that one off. This was supposed to be, well, actually this was supposed to be the back of the shoe, but then I turned it into the front of the shoe, and I added some laces here, and then that's the back of the shoe. But it's so hard. It's hard to curve the lines. And then I forget which is left and right and up and down, and doing left and up at the same time. It's just so hard. It's so hard navigating the little squiggle. So no, pair of shoes, impossible. Starting a new one. Right, let's see what I'm going to be drawing next. A lovely landscape. Why did I write lovely for? I should have written a shitty landscape. I think it's going to be easier than the pair of shoes. And the power's off again. Well, the lovely landscape's going to have to wait, so I'll wait till the power comes back on, and then we can do a lovely landscape. This is just what I'm going to have to do for the entirety of this video, and it's very, very frustrating. I'm just going to say that. I'm not going to say anything else because I'm going to lose my shit. Okay, so the power's back on. I have no idea how long this power's gonna last. I feel like this video is a challenge within a challenge. The first challenge is drawing something with a bloody Etch A Sketch, and the second challenge is trying to make a video with intermittent power. But I did actually do some meditation yesterday, and you know what? It didn't help. It didn't help at all. I still felt very stressed out. But hopefully creating a lovely landscape with an Etch A Sketch will just be fine. How lovely does this landscape need to be? I didn't specify. Okay. Oh, the power's gone off again. I was so close to finishing my landscape too, and now you can't see it. Well, we'll wait for the power to come back on. That power lasted 10 minutes, if anyone was wondering. Okay, I'm back, and that was a way longer power cut than I thought it was going to be. The power's been off for about 4 hours. We've had an electrician out, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I won't have any more issues. But while the power was off, I finished my lovely landscape, and I don't think it looks too bad. If you're wondering what this thing at the top is, it's actually the sun. And I've got a couple of trees, a house, and some very angular grass. And I think that's the definition of lovely. I really do. Don't think I could have done it any more lovelier. Right, let's find out what our next Etch A Sketch drawing's gonna be. A cup of tea or coffee? I've given myself options with this one. Alright, I think I can do that. That should be okay. Definitely easier than a pair of shoes. Also, while the power was out, I had a little Google of some Etch A Sketch drawings, and there are some amazingly talented people who can do some amazing drawings with an Etch A Sketch. I feel very ashamed at what I've put out at the minute. Some people have like drawn the Mona Lisa and stuff. They must have the patience of a saint. I don't know how they've managed to do it. It must have taken them absolutely ages. Okay, there we have it, a cup of tea/coffee. And I think I've done a really good job with this one, mainly because it was just so simple. It's just a rectangle with a handle and a little bit of steam coming out the top. Well done, me. Right, let's see what I'm going to be drawing next. A clock. This is going to be hard because clocks are round, and we've established I can't draw circles with this Etch A Sketch. Well, let's see how this goes. Okay, there's my clock. I'm not going to even attempt to draw any numbers on it because it would just be impossible. And I think it looks alright actually. I think it kind of looks like a clock. There's not a huge amount of detail, but the fact that I got it to almost a circle, I just feel very proud of myself. Okay, well I think that just about does it for this Etch A Sketch Drawing Challenge video. I am cutting it a little bit short because I just don't know how long this power's gonna last us. But I'll show you what other things I had in the bowl. So another option was an aeroplane. Glad I didn't get that. I had a weightlifter. I'm very glad I didn't get that. A bed. I think I could have done a bed. A bed would have been an easy one because it's quite angular. A zombie. I feel like I could have done a zombie because you can just really make it up, can't you? A dinosaur. That would have been a hard one. A banana, that could have potentially ended up looking like a penis. And a flower, which I think I might have been able to do a flower. But hopefully you did enjoy today's video, even though I've had so many issues and so much going on behind the scenes. It's been a very, very difficult video to record. But if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And let me know if you're good with an Etch A Sketch. I want to know what the magic is behind using an Etch A Sketch and making drawings look good with it. I think it's all about hand-eye coordination, and I clearly just don't have any of that, do I? But anyway, I'll see you on Friday for a brand new video.